Hello everyone, this is Termuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in the Doki Doki Club Meetings mod for Doki Doki Literature Club, the Sun 1 collection. That's supposed to say Season 1 collection, but it's being obscured by Monica's thighs. You can't, there is a way to adjust that title display so it doesn't get covered up there, but oh well. Anyway, yeah, we last left off. We had a couple of downer endings from the first two episodes, both dealing with Sari's depression. Let's just hope that things look up this time around, I guess. And let's just load up where I left off. I'd done season 1, episode 1 and 2, so we're gonna move on to episode 3. Here we go. Oh, wait, was it? Is that description there? Why did the music just weirdly dip there? Anyway, here we go. Time to wake up. It's the day of the festival. Oh no. Oh, is this a dream sequence? MC getting some flashbacks to Act 1 of the original game. Quickly jump out of bed and get dressed. I need to do all I can to help make the festival a success. I owe it to my fellow Literature Club members. While I'm brushing my teeth, I remember that I'll need a copy of the poem I picked from the internet. Hopefully no one will notice it's copied. I'll just tell them after the festival's over. If we make it that far. What a weird thought. I must have some pretty severe stage fright. I just have this nagging feeling that something awful is going to happen today. No, that's super negative. I can't have an attitude like that. I need to be on my A game. I quickly print out a copy of the poem and start reading it as I walk out the door. Sari is late as usual. I'll just send her a text. Hey, doofus, get up, I'm waiting. No response. Weird. Usually she says something. She's probably still a little out of sorts after her confession yesterday. Hey, Jack and Marine, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're just right at the beginning of episode 3 of Club Meetings. And hey, Dev's here. Everything's probably fine. Normal episode. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, welcome to the stream, folks. Yeah, you're right at the beginning. Also, and I cannot stress this enough. Uh-oh. MC does not have any unresolved trauma. Yes, well said. Oh yeah, I mean, this perfectly normal dream sequence just speaks for itself. I mean, there's no signs of trauma here. Anyway, I'll just wait a bit. Odd. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, hi MC. Zoom. Hi, Tremies. Wait. She went from saying hi MC to the name that I chose. Okay. Wait, what did you call me? Just saying hi, Tremies. Oh, I was wondering if you were ever going to come out. Of course I am, silly. You didn't think I missed the festival, did you? No, I guess not. Did you see my text? Yeah, I did, but I was in a rush getting ready. Bet you were, you silly sleepyhead. Look, about yesterday. No need to worry about that now. We can talk about that soon. What? Oh, that reminds me. I have something to show you. What is it? It's inside. Come in and I'll show you. Oh. Was it going to be the noose or something? We're almost late for the festival as it is. Oh, it'll only take a minute. Come on up. So he goes up to her room and stops me outside her bedroom. Okay, now wait there for just a second. She goes to close the door. I can hear some rustling noises. This is going to be bad, isn't it? Does this need a content warning for like depicted suicide now? What are you doing in there? Yeah. I switched to MC instead of Termuse. It's not very gentlemanly to ask a lady what she's doing in her bedroom, you know. Yep, standard warning. Yeah, exactly. Why do DDLC mod need a content warning? Yeah. But if you must know, I'm changing. What? Why are you changing? We need to go to school. You need your uniform for that. You said this would only take a second. It will. Just a very special outfit. I promise you won't forget it once you see it. What's that supposed to mean? Okay, count to 15 and then come in. What was that sound? What? It was a weird sound in my headphones. Alright, but there better be a pretty good explanation for all of this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's just counting. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here comes 9. Need to change because there's no hang spray with the school uniform. Continuity is important, MC. Yeah, right. Yeah, I guess this is MC trying to warn his dream self of what's coming. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ready or not, here I come. Okay, now what's this? Yeah. Here we go. Suicide speed run any percent, yeah. Well, hey, I mean, at least you, you know, you reversed an existing trope. I mean, there's, I don't know how many mods you've played, Dev, but there are a lot of DDLC mods which have the Sayori suicide fake out, where like MC is going up to her room and then she didn't kill herself. So you reversed it. This time she actually killed herself. So there you go. Anyway, what the hell? ... question mark? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Yes, I would. That's impossible. This is definitely something I would do. How? Sayori is alive? She fell from the ceiling somehow. She casually unloops the noose from around her neck. So, what do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Also gonna double reverse it here in a second. Sure. So that's okay. MC, listen, it is a nightmare and it isn't real, but not in the ways you think. To that was terrible. What kind of effed up practical joke? Simply cannot live in a world with people who say to that. Yeah. And how did you change your clothes again? What the F? Oh, it's not a joke. And I think you know. MC? MC, what are you talking about? I'm trying to use. What would happen if I actually named him MC? MC casually dropping F-bombs, yeah. No, no you aren't. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me see the real you. There you are. Sayori, I tried to stop this, but I couldn't somehow. No, you didn't stop it. But you're alive. That's all that matters. You're alive. Oh, MC, you goof. You don't understand, do you? Here, I'll show you. Let your best friend die. Oof. Yeah, no unresolved trauma. Yeah. You know, I started this session by saying, hey, the last episode had a bit of a downer ending, cause you know, dealing with Sayori's suppression and all that, and like, let's hope this you know has a bit more. This is a little yeah, okay. Well, I would sure be confusing if someone did that. Anyway. Nobody named themselves MC while playing this. Yeah, anyway. Okay, here we go. Let your best friend die. I'm not alive. I actually managed to snap my neck correctly this time. 15 seconds was just to make sure I had time to hide it if I screwed it up. You know how clumsy I can be, but I did it. I'm dead, and it's your fault. But it's your fault. You could have stopped us, but you didn't. If you had done things differently, I wouldn't have ended up like this. It's your fault. No, please don't be dead. Too late. How did you put it? Oh, that's right. No, she's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back, or something like that. But how? How are you talking to me? Oh, what do you mean that you snapped your neck this time? How could you speak to me with a rope around your neck? Never mind that, silly. The important part is, my short life was filled constantly with horrible suffering, and you didn't stop it. And then I killed myself because of you, and you didn't stop that either. And you didn't stop it even though you're my best friend. Now you get to live with that forever. Yay! Yeah! MC pants breathlessly for a moment in a cold sweat. What? That was just a dream? What a surprise. Anyway, no, no more. I just want to sleep. Just let me sleep. MC's cell phone flashes. Who could that be this late at night? Are you okay? Oh. Monica being aware when the game is following him. Exact dream sequence from episode 2 continuity. Sure. Oh yeah, because it did. Anyway, moving on. I have the distinct feeling that you are not okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Just nightmare. Thanks for checking, though. Okay, I'll let you sleep. Sorry if I woke you up. It's fine. You did night money. Good night. Ugh, I wish Mike would just let us deal sometimes, not freak out about everything. Okay, time to try sleeping pills, I think. MC goes downstairs, then returns and gets into bed. Enough just to sleep, right? I mean, we're not talking about ODing or anything here, right? Ugh. 1 week afterward, in the present. So, why not just tell him? Natsuki asked me that too. And? Because I don't want to. It's just not the right thing to do. There's more to it than that, isn't there? Yeah, I just... Oh, hey MC! Hi guys. What brings you out this way, Monica? She asked if she could come check up on you before school, because you seemed out of it recently. And she's kind of right, you know? You've looked kind of down recently. And I can tell you haven't been getting enough sleep. It's no big deal. Just I've been staying up too late because I want to study and play video games. Monica stares skeptically at MC. And also, I've had some bad dreams. I guess I should watch what I eat before I go to bed. Yes, you should. You're always eating junk food late at night. I have seen you literally eat a whole package of cookies for dinner. Thanks for that skeptical look, MPT. I thought you didn't get to regular MPT use until later seasons, though. Oh, this is the first MPT episode. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, nifty. Now from here on out, it's MPT. Okay, cool. For some reason, I had it in my head that you said season 3, but I guess it is episode 3. So anyway, here we go. On multiple occasions. That's different. Oh no, so Yori's been infected by the that's effect too. Effect, anyway. I'm not the one having bad dreams. In any event, you look pretty well today, MC. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I see it as part of my responsibility as club president. Now, shall we get going? I need to get there early so I can hide Natsuki's manga on the top shelf before classes start. What? Why? That's mean. She was right! You do it just to inconvenience her! Monica, how could you? She's just kidding, Sayori. Let's get going. Natsuki is applying makeup? Okay, cheekbones and blending. Man, F blending. I think it'd be like 5 times more fun if you didn't have to blend. I think you could wear cool, weird colors without people freaking out. Hey, I mean, you're the master of your own destiny. You can wear cool, weird colors if you want. Oh well, anyway. I just wear silver lipstick one day and see what happens. That's cool. Probably a bad idea. Put that one off for a non-school day, maybe. Bathroom doors open up, and a group of chatty girls walks in. Natsuki quickly hides in one of the stalls. I guess the MPT didn't. They're still winking out of existence. MPT didn't fix that. Natsuki Joker arc. Yeah. Natsuki cares a lot about what other people think. Character establishment. Yeah. No, fair. Natsuki quickly hides in one of the stalls. Oh my god, what a self-entitled princess. I know, right? Seriously, who just assumes that just because some flowers are around, it must be for them? I've met some stuck-up bitches, but Suya is something else. This drama is still consuming the school. These girls have got it completely wrong. Yori said he saw Akio give the flowers to Tsuya, and Yori never lies. But Mia's been telling everyone that Akio gave the flowers to her and that Tsuya is making it up because she's jealous, but I bet Mia knows that Akio really was trying to give the flowers to Tsuya. She's exactly the kind of girl who would cover for her lying, cheating boyfriend to save face for herself. Are we supposed to be keeping track of all these names? I mean, these are this is again, as you say, character establishment. The fact that Natsuki's just up on all the school drama and following all these all her friends and so on. Well, they're trying to follow the high school drama. Fair enough. Well, we'll have a video record of it at least. Anyway, Howard is internally consistent if you do. Yeah, cool. Anyway, moving on. Those two deserve each other. And poor Tsuya. Everyone thinks she's the bad guy now. I should tell them the truth. But I'm not one of the popular girls. No one cares what I think. They'd rather just laugh at me, or worse. Aw, poor Natsuki. This is cowardly. What am I even afraid of? Yeah, I mean, aren't all the other characters just, like, not real? Like, I don't know, stock NPCs or something? I don't know, what's, like... They're like, the characters in the literature club, at least, are aware that their world is fiction. But I don't know. I kind of wonder about some of the details of how that operates in this. Also, is that a new sprite? Something about, I don't know. So that face with the crossed arms. I don't think that's not a base game thing. Eyebrows. Oh hey, yeah, absent eyebrows. Yeah. Well, she's just really surprised, and she just raised them right up above her hairline. That's all. Anyway, I don't know. I just kind of wonder, like, are these other characters like sentient, like the characters in the literature club, or I don't know. I just kind of wonder a lot of things about the world building in this mod. Maybe we'll find out later. We'll see. We gotta handle it. Awareness of other characters will be fleshed out. Fair enough. This isn't even real. These girls are even less real than I am. They don't even have .chr files. Who gives a crap what any of them think? Okay, get your shit together. Let's do this. You know what I heard? Oh hey, it's Suki-tan. We didn't know you were here, Short Fry. Yeah, we had to look down first. Natsuki ignores him and continues on. I talked to Yori, and he said he saw Akio give the flowers to Tsuya. Should that be give? Like, he saw Akio give the flowers to Tsuya? No. Exclamation points. So I think Mia knows exactly what happened, and she just wants to cover and pretend everything's fine. What? That's crazy. Oh my god, we have to tell Tosh. Tsuya's gonna be so pissed. She probably already is. The girls leave the bathroom chattering to themselves. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Or at least it wasn't this time because I had good gossip. Now, where was I? Yeah, right. Blending. And there we go. Let's have a look. Not bad. Hey there, boys. Look out. It's popular girl and Natsuki, high school heartbreaker. Alpha bitch in charge. Hide your boyfriends because... Oh, hey, Nat. Hi, Mia. I was just leaving. Huh? What's with her? Uh, I assume rhetorical question? Sorry, which question? Oh, who gives a crap what any of them think? Was it deal with other characters' ways? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My questions are generally rhetorical in this. Like I'm just musing aloud to myself because I'm wondering about the world building. I sort of presume a lot of details are going to be figured out as the mod goes on. Anyway, moving on. So what you eating? Just cold rice and salmon, same as always. Although I also made myself a little salad this time. Don't you get tired of the same thing? Well, sometimes I suppose. Making fast progress this time, by the way. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure I'll find a way to derail this and slow everything down. Not the least because I'm particularly tired today. I had a doctor's appointment on Wednesday and I got a tetanus shot among other things, and it absolutely wiped me out for Thursday and Friday. Like I know one of the side effects is lethargy, but I don't know. I'm sure I haven't had a tetanus shot have this affect me this strongly before. But like I basically didn't feel like doing anything but sleeping the past couple of days, and even today, like even though I just got up a few hours ago, like I feel like I could just go right back to bed right now. I'm gonna try to tough my way through this mod anyway. Let's get through this. Let's get through one episode at least. Well, sometimes I suppose it's just comforting to be able to look forward to a meal you know you like. Of course, it's also nice to try new things, but there's always the risk that you won't like it. And for school days, I just want to make sure I have a pleasant lunch experience. A bad lunch can ruin your day, it's much too risky. And what are you having for lunch today, Sayori? Hehehe. Today I'm having a very sophisticated meal. Much more than mere candy. It's a special dish I refer to as Fane? 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 Does that stand for fries and nothing else? Heh. Why would you think that? Because I can see you hiding them behind your back. You should really eat healthier, Sayori. All that junk food will be bad for you eventually. So, Yuri, let's talk. Let's rap. Let's have a real heart-to-heart. You and me. Friend to friend. Woman to woman. What about? Well, a couple things actually. I want to get one thing out of the way first. You remember when you started walking with me and MC sometimes last week? Yeah? Well, I've been dealing with a lot of weird feelings over the past week. At first I wasn't sure what it was. I felt something kind of new, and I wasn't sure if I should talk with you about it. But then I decided that I have to, because we're friends. And I thought maybe this feeling would have less power if I just got it out there with you. What is it, Sayori? Well, it's just that every now I'm just imagining Yuri's probably thinking, oh no, I did something to offend them, and by spending time with them or something. Well, yeah. Incidentally, I moved the chat over to the left side, so that it doesn't interfere with the email messages when they pop up later. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way of anything. Anyway. Okay, alright, moving on. Well, it's just that, it's safe to tell me, I felt something like anger, but different. It's really raw and irrational. I think it was jealousy. A part of me was really afraid that when you were joking around with MC, you wanted to steal him from me or something. Which is silly, but because it's not like he's mine anyway, but I wanted to tell you because you're my friend. And I don't want my weird feelings to come between us. So hopefully, now that you know, you'll understand if Sayori, what's with the angry eyebrows? Sayori, I understand. In a way, this is a really positive development, I think. It means that you are considering your own feelings instead of what I or MC would think, which can be a problem if you carry it to excess, but I don't think that's what you're doing. I'm really glad you were aware of how you felt about something important to you. Huh. Mature response from Yuri? She's not gonna flip out and slip into self-blame or anything? It's fine, yeah. You know, he is yours in whatever way that means to you, and I would never take him away from you, in any sense. He's my friend and so are you, but you guys are best friends. I'll never interfere with that, or whatever else you may become. Yeah, so about that, there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Let's say hypothetically that I like MC and haven't told him so since before the festival. And let's also say that I'm pretty convinced that telling him will ruin everything. But also hypothetically, two other friends who may or may not be members of the literature club have told me I should tell him. Purely hypothetically, exactly, yeah. What hypothetically would be your opinion in such a situation? Sorry, I shouldn't make fun of the normal visual novel dance. It just, I don't know. Honestly, I also feel that compulsion to switch up poses and expressions periodically, sometimes for its own sake. Like I'll look at someone and go, they've been in that position for a little too long. They should. Okay, now she's gonna like raise an arm just so she's doing something different, you know. But I don't know. It's just something funny about the alternating arms. Anyway, I promise it gets less frequent over time. Yeah. Okay. Well, hypothetically, it's hard to say. I'm probably not the best person to ask. I don't have a lot of experience or knowledge in this area, but I would say you should do what makes you happy. And what really makes you happy, not just avoidant behaviors that have to do with your depression. You're acknowledging your depression out loud now, are we? At the same time, though, you have to be careful because there are also MC's feelings to consider. He's probably still kind of traumatized from the last time anything like this happened. What? Traumatized? But no one's experiencing any lingering trauma. No way. Exactly. Anyway. So, if you do tell him, you have to be very cautious about doing so because his last memory... Sorry, I'm sorry. I started rambling again. I've upset you. No, Yuri, it's okay. More importantly, I wasn't answering your question. I would say tell him. Just be careful and considerate about how you do so. Hi, guys. Hello, Natsuki. What brings you up to the roof? I want to tell you guys something. I'm popular now. Oh? Do tell. In a minute. First, you guys are discussing boys. I can sense it from a distance. Dish. My delivery. Is that one of your powers now, as a popular girl? Oh, yeah, definitely. Do you think she'll remember Sayori where she's going? Will she remember her old, uncool friends from the literature club fondly once she ascends her golden throne? She will if we still have snack. Damn right. But yeah, Natsuki, we were just discussing my MC question. And? Well, first she explained how it's kinda complicated. Damn it, Yuri. We need to make this happen at all costs. Don't worry. I told her yes eventually. Good. Okay, gotta run. I have a popular girl thing I've gotta do. Wait, was she serious about that? Hey. It's a new song, or... Uh-oh. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. I was distracted by the music. I neglected to read the line. It says, Monko is practicing the piano in the school's primary music practice room next to the band room, but she's interrupted by a freshman practicing trombone scales. Uh, First of all, that wasn't a scale, but I do appreciate the sad trombone sound in the sequence. Speaking of doing things unnecessarily just because coding is novel, close so I could get to a scale. Okay. It would have been funnier, if it had been the true sad trombone sound of wah, 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 that kind of thing. There's if you look up sadtrombone.com, it's just a site with a button where you push it and it plays that sound. Anyway, moving on. Oh, hello, Tormuse. Speaks in a low hushed tone. Wait, is he the trombone player? Well, I mean, he wouldn't be a freshman, I guess. It can get kind of crowded in here during breaks. That's why I usually try to get in my practice near the end of the day. The trombone player glances quizzically at Monica. Hang on. World Bat. Yeah, okay, this is practicing up World Bat. I was playing character sprites, now displaying. Shoot. Okay, maybe I should move. That's what I was afraid of. I was thinking, it crossed my mind sooner or later that someone's going to do something that involves the console, and then we're going to miss it because the chat's in the way. Anyway, it had a whole bunch of messages there. I guess she's relocating herself to the from the music room to the space room. Console commands aren't too important. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll just leave chat in the upper right corner. I'll move it when it comes to time. Excuse me, time for the emails and stuff. Anyway, there we go. I don't come here often, but it is reasonably quiet. Oh, I forgot to bring in my old table. It's probably a little less creepy for you if I stay at a normal talking distance, though. uh, Unless you'd prefer the old arrangement? Oh, wow. Oh, I get a choice? Where we are is fine. I'd be okay with you getting closer. Hmm. I, I notice, I mean, some of the dialogue, um, whenever I do get a choice, Monica acknowledges it, like like when I was back in episode 1, she acknowledged that, oh, thanks for checking on the other club members first, before, as in before me. And in episode 2, when I selected her first, she said, oh, thanks for checking on me first. So I mean, since she's the only one who's aware of that, I mean, maybe it's in my best interest to favor the options that favor her. Now I'm visually distracted by the twinkling stars in the background there. I think it's the little sun-like streaks here are interacting with them interestingly, so to make them twinkle. Anyway, so yeah, let's go with getting closer, or should I say it first? It probably doesn't matter. Give me just a sec while I arrange that. Spawn objects as your table. Extreme now per world path. What? Nearly ready. There we are. I didn't startle you, did I? So wonderful to be so close to you like this, if you don't mind my saying so. I mean, I can't really feel you close to me, but I know that you perceive me as being closer. That makes me feel closer to you by proxy. It's a little eerie that there's no music here. There's supposed to be music? It seems to be just dead silent. Not yet? Okay. I also noticed she doesn't have any expressions. I do believe the Monica After Story team, they did make their expressions publicly available, at least for an earlier version of the Monica After Story mod. Lower question, is the player camera always in the same place in each scene? Could they block it with like a chair or something? Interesting question indeed. If I didn't want to code it. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I should have picked the other option then so we could have more variety of expressions. Oh well. Question BC, but probably no, they could not. Maybe that's kind of silly, but it's how I feel. Yeah, it probably wouldn't make sense for them to be able to block the camera, so to speak. Because I mean, like whenever they're uh, 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 whenever they're interacting in any situation, it shows them on a 2D plane side by side, and they aren't actually standing side by side. It's just a visual representation of who's in the room. So probably from their perspective, there isn't literally a camera per se. There isn't a specific point that they can block because I don't know. Anyway, their camera's not perfect. E.g., they perceive themselves as realistic, and not anime.pngs. Exactly. Yeah. Part of the player camera is interpolating what's happening in the VN form recognizable to the viewer. Yeah, term used lore correct. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Okay, moving on. Maybe that's kind of silly, but it's how I feel. There's only one thing missing. It's kind of quiet in here. You could call something from the soundtrack, I think, if you like. What would you want to hear? Oh, okay. Poem theme, normal club music, this room's ambience, something fun and up-tempo, or surprise me? Okay, fine, I'll save it this time. I mean, for the space room, you gotta have the space room's ambience. But it could be fun to use the surprise me option. I'll accept suggestions from chat. Too slow. I'm going with the room's ambience. That creepy thing. I guess it has some nostalgic value. Hang on. She says hang on a lot. Despite, Sayori's thing. Anyway. That feels much less uncomfortably silent. It'd be one thing if we could hear each other's voices. Without that, it gets a little too quiet in here. Anyway, I hope you've been well since I saw you last. And I hope you haven't been too freaked out by all our ongoing drama. If you and your friends found out your entire universe was a simulation, you might have similar problems, Although maybe you wouldn't react as poorly to it as I did. Anyway, yeah. Not to freak you out or anything, but it's entirely possible, You being in a simulation, that is. I mean, aren't there certain things about even your universe that make you suspicious? Like, for instance, the speed of light is a completely arbitrary constant, as are a lot of the natural constants. And you can't know both the position and momentum of literally anything simultaneously, which would save processing power. And speaking of processing power, quantum physics is extremely suspicious, in my opinion. Something that could be both true and not true until you directly observe it? That almost seems like speculative execution. Is it wrong for me to almost hope that you are in a simulation? Then we'd have something really important in common. Sort of a romantic in a really messed up way. Hopefully the idea of being in a simulation doesn't distress you as much as it did me. And kind of still does. This kind of reminds me of the ending to the Matrix movies. Oh? If you've never seen those, which I highly doubt, then it's basically about a guy finding out that sapient AI enslaved almost all of humanity, and then the AI imprisoned humanity in this constant running world simulation to try and keep them contained. And the guy is one of a few humans who is out of the simulation, trying to free everyone. After the first movie, the series kind of went off the rails, in my opinion, especially given the ending. Yeah, I'm one of those weirdos who liked The Matrix Reloaded, but I know the sequels were unpopular. Reloaded was pretty decent. Yeah. I always thought, what if the guy finds out the whole thing is a lie, and it turns out that the machines lost the war after all, and humans are keeping the machines imprisoned in a simulation, and their simulation just to think that they're actually the ones running the simulation. It's kind of confusing, but it presents a really interesting moral choice for the main character, that he's been fighting to free people from his simulations should he free the machines, thus ending his own existence, and potentially endangering the real humans 2 simulation levels up. Or should he maintain the status quo and keep the simulation chain intact? Anyway, sorry for going off on a tangent. Revolutions equals question marks? Yeah. Well, I could end with the meta option surprising no one. Yeah. No, I'm probably far too tired to interpret all of it. I know I get what she's saying. The meta, Inception, bwong. You know, multiple layers, multiple dream layers. Anyway, sorry for going off on a tangent. What? Going off on a tangent? In this stream? Perish the thought. Anyway, I just tend to think a lot about simulations and what they mean for how someone should lead their life. Yeah. This is also a bit prescient in that this is sort of the plot of DDLC Plus. That might be a spoiler now that I think about it. Well, DDLC Plus at least touches on this concept. Simulations within simulations. Yeah, as soon as you unlock any VM stuff. Not a huge spoiler. Yeah. Sorry, moving on. How should lead their life? For obvious reasons. Sometimes I wonder if I got really good at coding, maybe I could turn this place into some kind of paradise. Or at least add a few zeros to everyone's bank accounts. Oh, wait, you can't do that now? But I would think that would be a really easy thing to change if all things considered. I mean, it's just a number. No. Spoiling the email plot, the most engaging narrative to go through blind. Haha. Yeah, fair enough. But I'd have to be really confident before I tried that sort of thing. Even trying to change basic stuff nearly broke everything when I was first starting. A few of us in the club have been trying to learn by practicing on safe assets. We would practice on a local copy of our own game, since that would be more relevant to our needs, but we're not sure what would happen. Plus, we're worried that we'd inflict suffering on all the Monikas, Sayori's, Natsuki's, Yuri's, and MC's in our copies of the game. We think we might have found a way to just pull the sprites and other assets out without the whole Sapiens thing, but we're still working on that. Sayori and especially Yuri are really excited to practice modding our own game once we figure out how to do so safely. But I'm a little more hesitant. The idea just kind of weirds me out. Hopefully you can understand why. Anyway, I'm rambling again. I should probably get back. That subroutine I left running in the practice room shouldn't be left alone for too long. It basically creates an automated, non-sapient clone copy of me? Oh wait, really? It's convenient for situations like this where I want to talk to you on or about sensitive topics without seeming schizophrenic. My little program can emulate the behavior of anyone with a .chr file for a little while, but if you leave it too long, it goes off the rails. Plus, reintegrating the clone experience into your consciousness and memory gets weirder the longer it runs. It was nice to spend some time with you. Here's an interesting bit of world building. I'll see you in the club later, I hope. Practice room now per world.bat. This is her clone copy here? That doesn't look suspicious at all. Okay, I'm back. Good, nothing weird happened while I was gone. Oh, hey, the room is empty. Why don't I play you a song? If you don't mind listening to a whole song right now, that is. It'll only take a few minutes. I only know two well enough to play for you. There's Your Reality and another song. She left a cardboard cutout sitting at the piano. Yeah. Warning, she will play the whole song. I mean, everyone's already heard Your Reality, so I'm curious about another song. So let's go with that. Oh ho! I'd be happy to show you my new song. Well, this predates. This should predate DDLC Plus, so it's not going to be like My Song Your Note or something like that. This is the only sequence I would cut out from club meetings if I could. It was just me getting way too enthusiastic about coding. Oh, well, we'll see how. Mhm. Yay! Okay, turn that back down. Hey, that's cool. Filler episodes. Aw. I like classical music. I thought it was cool. I wasn't expecting an entire rendition of For Elise in my DDLC mod, but hey. uh, just me getting way too enthusiastic about coding. A lot of me figuring out exact timings for expression changes. Oh yeah, no, I mean I figured that out. I liked I liked that touch of her expression changing as she goes through the different parts of the song. But it's like if you tabbed out or paused and it got desynced. Anyway, doing that for your reality was a lot harder because of the singing. Ooh, interesting. Can imagine. All right. So what do you think? I always thought that song was really pretty. It's a Beethoven piece called For Elise. I wonder who Elise was. I'll just sorry, what? Probably just I'm late for club again. I'll see you over there. Whenever I see uh I guess she's supposed to be saying there, but it has 3 E's on the end, so I imagine it going there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. You're doing that for you. Oh yeah, I already read that. Okay, moving right along. Maka's late again. Do you think she's still practicing piano these days? She is. I can hear her sing in the practice room a lot when I pass by it. Since the festival, she's been talking about how important music has been to her. Something about it being her only divertisement? Divert, divertisement? For everyone, dot dot dot. Her only what? That's what she said. I heard it very distinctly. Sari, are you sure that's what she said? The expression really selling it. Definitely. I remember her exact words. She said, Sari clears her throat and breaks out her Monica impression, it's just about my only divertisement in these trying times. Divertis. I have no idea what it means, but it seemed important. Well, apparently she really needs some male divers to tease her. Just as we've always suspected, obviously. I don't really see what her lack of diver men has to do with the piano, though. But Sarah's account did seem like something Monica would say, somehow. and do you know something about this, Yuri? I'm not saying anything. And what is it you're not saying anything about? What's these expressions? Well, this is ominous. What exactly were you guys doing before I came in? We were just about to pick out the next name to see who gets to decide our activity today. At first we waited for you, but you were late, so I was getting them going on your behalf. Natsuki? Yes, ma'am. Draw the next name from the box. The vice president of the literature club commands it. What was that sound effect? You've got it, Madam Vice President. But I'm the president. Are you prepared to countermand the vice president's order? This was the next item on the club's agenda, after all. A good leader knows when to delegate. Catchphrase? Oh yeah, yeah. Vice president commands it. She's got sound effects accompany her catchphrase now. And overruling Sayori would be completely unjust, Monica, but make your decision. The Literature Club awaits its fate. I have no idea what's happening. The decision of the Vice President will stand. Go ahead, Natsuki. You missed the just Monica of the episode? It was a fairly sneaky one? Oh, really? Oh well. MC. Hey, I won. So what are we doing today, MC? Well, I actually put some thought into it in case I won, and I thought maybe we could try to tell a collaborative story. Yeah, see, you know, this is how Yuri was at a disadvantage in the last episode, because she had no idea that it was coming and that she would have to decide what people were doing. But MC has had time to prepare. Unjust, Monica. Oh, completely unjust, Monica. Okay, I get it, yeah. Yeah, I sort of feel like somebody needs to make some kind of parody or joke around that that concept. I mean, the alternate meaning of the word just as in justice, you know, like maybe someone needs to make it like an Ace Attorney kind of thing which is called Justice Monica or something. Or I don't know, Monica the lawyer, just Monica, because she's looking for justice. I don't know. Someone needs to make some kind of joke around that, or I don't know. I guess it would be hard to build a whole mod around one joke or anything. Maybe it just needs to be one short scene. Monica would never be a lawyer? Sorry, it'd be weird if if Monica wanted to be a lawyer and said so in an email answer. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Collaborative story. You know, like someone starts with a sentence or two, and then another person tells the next sentence, and so on. You have to work together to tell a good one. That's a fantastic idea, MC. Who wants to start? I'm going to write down our story as we go. If no one objects, I'd like to preserve it. Hey, she's got. That's the new MPT pose with that arm, with her right arm, which it does look a little funny because of the perspective, which is probably why Dance Lovato never used it. Anyway, she looks more confident. Yeah. She looks sort of like almost like she's sort of like grabbing her lapel. It looks like she's kind of I don't know. It is, yeah, it is a bit more confident look. I used that pose in the Yuri's New Toy mod that I made whenever I wanted her to look condescending. Anyway, moving on. Oh, I'll go first. Then we'll go clockwise, I guess. Okay, here goes. I was sitting in my office getting acquainted with my old friend Jack. Jack's not the most talkative guy in the world, but he's a smooth kind of fella. Hey, that's 2 sentences. That's 3 sentences. The only problem is it's pretty easy to have too much of old Jack Daniels in your life. Suddenly, as I was just about to show Jack the door, in walks a dame with legs up to here. Wait, didn't he say like 1 sentence each or something? Okay, so this is a sentence or 2. This has been like 4 sentences here. Anyway. And eyes that said, okay, your turn. Did say that Natsuki wanted to get out her whole noir setup? Yeah. Uh-oh. Yuri, it's ya. Eyes that said, who? They spoke of a great and lingering loss, deep wells of memory for a love long over, like the faintest trace of a scar over smiling lips. But that was not why she was here. In an instant, I could quite nearly skim the book of her life. Her lost love, an embittered period, gradually she had become cold, until at last she lost herself in another world, becoming something new, immersing herself in something frightening to distract herself from the pain. And now, here she was, in over her head, at last, due to her reckless abandon. She had to be, or she wouldn't have come to my office. Unable to extract herself from the problems of her newfound world, the world of... Here you look expectantly at MC. MC thinks for a moment. Competitive deep sea diving. Are you familiar with it? She asked me in a knowing tone. What's this look from Monica? That's the first thing it came to her head, a woman with great legs. Indeed. MC could not resist the memes, huh? He asked me in a knowing tone. Of course I am, I responded, and it was no lie. I'm no professional, of course. Private investigation is how I make my dough, but nearly everyone here in Diverton knows at least a little about the local trade. It is a cutthroat business. Getting on the wrong side of the wrong people get you roughed up, murdered, or even teased. This lady really was in over her head. Boo. She said, my name is Lisa Rengo. I'm looking for someone to figure out who's been trying to off me by cutting my lines prior to dives. Oof, yikes. Easily done, I said, for the right price. 4,500 up front, and another 10 Gs once you find the party responsible. Another bonus, sorry. Is this her line? Okay. 500 up front, another 10 Gs once you find the party responsible. Another bonus 10 Gs if you make it sufficiently unpleasant for them, she said. If this is like film noir kind of thing, isn't this like from a time period of like 100 years ago or something? Like, isn't that like a lot more money back in those days? Natsuki loving this, yeah. I didn't know who this dame was, but that was serious money she was throwing around. Someone big must have been backing her. I don't do dirty work like that, I said, but I'll find the chumps that have been cutting your lines. The only lead from you that I'll need is... I started film noir, but then it went in an entirely different direction. Who knows what currency they use in Diverton? Yeah, fair enough. Your turn, Sayori. The only lead I'll need from you is your cut rig, I said. Here it is, she said, throwing it onto the table with a thud. Here's a pretty standard rig. Nothing out of the ordinary about it except for the cut rubber line. The line was cut subtly, just below where it would connect with the tank. This was the work of a pro. So our suspect was a diver, or at least someone with plenty of diving knowledge. And that's when I saw it. Suddenly, it all clicked. I had solved the case. I turned to the dame. You've got my 4,500 up front? She laid it down on the table. Cold, hard cash. I stashed it in my pocket. Who carries around $4,500? Even in today's currency, that's a lot of money to be carrying around. Yeah. Okay, I said. Now the 10 G's for solving the case? What? How could you have possibly solved the case already? She asked. It's simple. The culprit was... Go, Monica. Oh, that is cruel. That is cruel. You don't do that in improv. Did her dirty indeed. I'm sorry. I took... I mentioned this on stream before. I used to take improv classes. I mean, I've done a lot of amateur theater. I've performed on stage in like community theater group things. Nothing I've been paid for. It's just for fun. But yeah, one of the things I learned in the improv classes. Improv a lot of fun. Yeah. Who's same? Oh, really? Oh, cool. Anyway, yeah. In improv classes, they always tell you, say yes and. Like, if someone says something happened, you say, yes, that's what happened, and so and so on. You know, like you're always trying to add on to the scene. You don't want to say anything that contradicts what the other person said, because then it just makes the scene all confusing and nobody knows what's happening. And it just makes the scene absolutely suck. But one of the things that my improv teacher taught me is don't ask questions. Like you don't like if you ask the other person that you're doing the scene with a question, it's like you're putting them on the spot, like making them forcing them to decide something right now. And they're gonna be like, I don't know what answer you're looking for. Like I don't know what direction you're trying to take the scene in. You know, because you're supposed to like. Improv is about making strong choices. You say this is what happened, and this is what's happening, and like that whole like the whole yes and thing. It's all about accepting the choices that the partners in the improv scene are making, and also like making strong choices to keep moving the scene forward. But this is cruel. Like trying to set up this super clever thing it's about to happen and say, okay, now you have to come up with the super clever thing. That's just mean. NatPat made a video about this really recently. Oh, really? Oh, yeah? Good rule for creative collaboration in general. Yeah. Like, you don't push that on your partner to come up with the clever thing. Like, it's just mean. Okay, moving on. The culprit was you. That's ridiculous, she shouted. But it was simple enough. The cut was subtle, Mr. Rengo. So subtle that maybe you shouldn't have noticed it until it was in the water. Fortunately, Monica up to the task. Yeah. But what really gave it away was that the cut was in the shape of the... the cut was in the shape of the letters MB. Now, I happen to know that your biggest competitor is one Megan Bradley, and I also know that you're smart enough to figure that out yourself. So since you've already seen this cut, you should have the case solved yourself. So why come to me? You've already got a primary suspect, and you could just march us down to the police, case closed. The growing frown on the dame's face told me all I needed to know about the accuracy of my guess. You came to me because the police do fingerprinting and all sorts of other inconvenient forensic testing that would reveal the truth, I said. So you came to me hoping I would rough up or implicate your rival for you. All the reward, none of the risk. And if worse came to worse, you could always pin your sloppy frame up on the incompetent gumshoe, although I sincerely hope you wouldn't have let it come to that. Without another word, she took her rig, turned on her heel, and strode out of my office. I patted the crisp cash in my pocket, took out my receivables book, and wrote Ringo 10K in it. After all, she'd be back. Her kind always is. In the meantime, I could get reacquainted with my old buddy, Jack. The end. That was fun. It sure was. Great idea, MC. Although I was sort of confused by the diving swerve. And also it seemed like the story ended kind of early. It did, kind of, huh? Guess we'll have to use the time that's left until poems for free activity time. Sure, why not? Although something tells me that maybe this was Sayori's plan all along. I mean, you could just do another collaborative story. I mean, why do only one? Anyway, Sayori highly values free time, sure. Hey, alright, if you want, why don't you and Sayori come and check out this new manga I picked up? I think you guys might like it. Yeah, what's Natsuki got going on here? What's this stuttering nervousness here inviting Yuri to join them? If we must, Natsuki. But if you're going to make me read manga, you're going to owe me an activity after this. Fine, come on. Man, these people see Natsuri in everything, haha. Yeah. By the way, incidentally, I sort of feel my blood sugar's crashing. I need to so let me just grab a quick snack. Hold on. I don't know. It's probably something in the breakfast I ate. Some meals I find I just like within a couple hours I just start feeling lightheaded or something. I don't know. Maybe it's another side effect of the tetanus shot. I don't know. Snack, go for it. Okay. This product placement. Just a couple of fun-sized Mars bars. Probably not the healthiest snack, but I just wanted something I can just down really quickly here. So how's everyone else doing? Sorry, I'm like covering my mouth. I'm trying not to make like gross eating sounds. Like maybe I should just turn the mic off, I suppose. Okay, anyway, hopefully that will help. Yeah, it's just making it increasingly hard to concentrate. Maybe I'll feel better. Yeah, but I like these comments here. Thinking of a complaint someone had about season 3 of Club Meetings, which complained that a plot point was not ever foreshadowed. This became a meme because of the massive amounts of foreshadowing I did for it, including in this very episode. And blood sugar buff added, yeah. Yeah, I'm presuming you're referring to the. Oh, right. Maybe I shouldn't mention it. I mean, okay. Well, can't really say it without saying. Okay, whatever. People have been saying that there's like a slow burn Natsuri in this thing that this is building up to some interaction between Yuri and Natsuki, and yeah, I hear you about this is not canon, huh? But yeah, I know it's true. I mean, I can imagine people complaining about it not being foreshadowed or whatever. Um, yeah, people do the same with Storm, and here I'm what the hell? I'm just gonna spoil the end of Storm and say that Natsuki and Yuri get together in that as well. Um, and the funniest part is I recently I was looking through the DDLC Discord to start the Discord server dedicated to the r/DDLC subreddit, and someone did a play-by-play of Storm, and it's interesting because as they were commenting on events as they went through it, they were periodically showing screenshots of interactions between Yuri and Natsuki and saying like, "Oh, Natsuri confirmed," like, "Oh, this is look at all these indications that Yuri and Natsuki are having, you know, these interesting interactions and so on." Discord servers dedicated to subreddits. Yeah. Uh, and it was funny because it was alongside someone else who I'm not going to name names. I'm just, but I mean, I guess it would be easy to, even if I don't name the name, it would be easy to figure out who it is. But somebody else who I'm going to say has a problem with same-sex ships in like any context, and is just generally mad at my mods for having LGBT content in them and all. You know, one of those people was like really mad about the Natsuri ending because it wasn't set up at all, and like it comes out of nowhere, yada yada yada. And it's just funny this person saying, oh, it comes out of nowhere, like directly alongside someone just rattling off all the points of foreshadowing. I mean, and they didn't even get all of them because there were some they missed, but it just different people parse their experiences out differently, I suppose. Um, like yeah, like different people have noticed different things. I guess you could say. Noah 2 had someone keeping strict record of potential Natsuri moments. Ooh. Yeah, that was basically going on with my person's critique also. Oh yeah, I mean, like in Storm, I was there's some subtle hints right from day one. Um, but anyway, moving right along. And so MC, you look like you've been getting enough sleep finally. Did the nightmares finally go away? No, no. Well, I don't think so. I keep waking up feeling upset and scared a lot, but I am sleeping through the night. Although I'm having to use sleeping pills to do that a lot of the time. And anyway, I don't remember the content of the nightmares anymore, which is nice. I never really remember dreams very often, come to think of it. So having those really vivid, memorable nightmares constantly was pretty exhausting. I could tell. Listen, MC, I know that maybe I'm not the person you most want to talk to about it, but if you ever do want to talk about what's distressing you, I'm here, okay? I appreciate that, Monica. I think I'm okay for now. And how are you? Oh, I'm okay, for the most part. Just still grappling with the fundamentally flawed nature of the universe. You know how it is. Well, I'm here for you too if you ever need to talk about it. Although I guess I'm probably not the best choice for you either. Why wouldn't you be? Well, just I was there for all of it, you know? I saw everything that happened and everything that you sort of said to me, you know? Or at least you said it to my face. Oh, interesting. So he has memories of all the Act 3 interactions? More world building. So he's basically like just sitting there paralyzed while she talked at him. I mean, I get that you weren't exactly talking to me, but if I were you, I'd probably feel at least a little weird talking about it to me. But I want you to know that I get it. And if you want to talk about it, I wouldn't judge you for anything that happened. Not that I'm saying I'm perfectly cool with everything that happened, but I understand, and I wouldn't judge. Even all the mushy, heartfelt stuff you said that wasn't meant for me. that's that's really sweet, MC. I'm glad you don't hold it against you for talking to someone else through you. I might take you up on your offer of support sometime. Huh. That's neat. Natsuki is awkwardly trying to show both Yuri and Sayori the pages of the manga volume she's holding. She's flipping through the pages rapidly, seemingly to provide a plot synopsis rather than a comprehensive reading. It's the first volume of Death Note. Oh, hey, interesting. Yeah, I haven't read the manga. I'm only familiar with the anime based on it. I think I commented on that in the last session. It's Death Note. Like the first half, it was great, and then it continued after a long time after it should have ended. I have no idea how that compares to the manga. As I know all about Death Notes? Oh no. So now, this girl is a crime victim who saw her family get murdered and the murderer got away with it. But Light killed him with the Death Note, so now she's a fanatic for him? That kind of attitude has always annoyed me. I never understand anyone who could be gratified by someone's death. It doesn't matter if they've hurt me or even hurt someone I love. It just seems so terrible to wish death on someone, or to be happy or excited by the prospect of it. Yeah, she eventually has to face up to what she's done. In another volume, I think she... Natsuki, you're spoiling it! Heh, guess I am. I guess I'm a little overexcited to share this with you guys. Yeah, it's relatable. It can be hard to restrain that urge, like I'm watching a stream of someone playing something that I'm familiar with and enjoy, and like just constantly biting my tongue, trying not to spoil anything. Yeah, you effing tell them, Yuri. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I'm glad you showed us this, Natsuki, but now I'm gonna want to read more and I won't be able to until next time. Don't worry, I took care of that. With a loud thunk, Natsuki slams down 2 additional copies of the first volume down onto the desk. One for each of you. Natsuki, wasn't this expensive? Well, yeah, a little. But I was excited to share this with you guys. Especially after Yuri said she might be interested in the anime. The manga is way better, so I had to try to get you in on the ground floor. You're not usually into manga, I know, but I really think you'll like this. Anyway, consider this a way of thanking you for being such cool friends. Look at Natsuki blushing. And also a sneaky way of getting Yuri to read manga. Your gift is very much a success as far as that's concerned. I have to admit, for once, I am fairly intrigued by the plot of this manga. It doesn't seem like the usual, really predictable, silly stories that I usually associate with the medium. Oh, you're being all judgmental here. Thank you, Natsuki. I'm going to read all of this tonight, and then I'll be able to impress everyone with my deep lore knowledge. Okay, everyone, let's get poems going so we can actually go home while it's still light out this week. The theme for this week was nature. Sarah, do you want to start this week? Sure, I'll go. Oh, hey. Cloak. You can't see across the street. It's a beautiful foggy day. I like it better when the sun's tucked away, still there but safely stowed. You can look right at the sun then. The light blends with the air. The clouds drift through your hair. You walk waking through a dreamy mist. What you knew is covered in a sheet. Walk 10 steps and everything's new. Lose yourself in a murky dew. Keep your feet on the road until the sun comes out again and near goes back to far. The light gets in everywhere and there's nowhere to hide then. What could this one mean here? The title's Cloak? Beautiful foggy day? Is this another ignorance is bliss moment here? She likes not being able to see what's coming? Everything's beautifully yourself in a murky dew, but keep your feet in the road. And there's nowhere to hide? Like the sun is unwelcome? Because there's nowhere to hide? Maybe she's taking... Is this a sign of her taking comfort in the gloom? Alright, moving on. I take it you wrote this yesterday? No, actually. I did revise a couple lines after walking through the fog yesterday, but I wrote it last Thursday. I've always loved the fog. It was just incidental that yesterday was super foggy. There's just something about it that's so cozy. You get to wrap yourself up in it, and you're sort of insulated from the world. It's kind of like the comfortable feeling when you're in a locked room in a house with no one else in it, only for outside. The ending of this one makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I like the feeling of the fog being there, but it's weird to think of the sun as being this creepy watching presence. I love this poem. I love the imagery of it. The line about the light blending with the air was great, and about how near becomes far. Sorry, suddenly reminded of that Sesame Street thing. Near, far, near, far. Anyway, I know a guy who does a really good impression of I think it's Grover, who does the near far sequence from Sesame Street. Near far wherever you are. That's yeah, okay. It could be a Titanic reference or Celine Dion that song. Near far wherever you are. No, but sorry, the fog of news, sorry, it's coming. Gross flattery? Anyway, moving on. Exactly what was going on, it was very pretty. Yes, good poetry gets across complex or abstract ideas using simple, understandable language or metaphors. And really good poetry does that in a memorable, artistic way. Wait, sorry, did I miss a line? Okay, and exactly what was going on, it was very pretty. Yeah, no, it's just, okay, moving on, sorry. And I guess that can be Monica's writing tip of the day. Sari's poem does this really well, as usual. Instead of saying something bland, long, and explanatory like, and then you can see a long way again, near becoming far states the same thing memorably and simply. I'm finding myself trying to interpret the meaning of the sun in this poem. It seems to be safe, or at least contained when it is blended with the fog. When the fog goes away, it becomes vaguely sinister. I'll have to think about why. But first, I'll do my poem if that's okay. Mysticetti? Okay. A singer and sifter am I. I sing and the world hears. I sift and devour worlds. Mighty and loving am I, greatest of all that grows. My children thrive in my care. Bleeding and silent am I, cut open to be devoured, my song lost in the noise. Hidden and safe am I stay low in the deeps, and will keep company with the other singers. You're going back to the diver theme, low in the deeps. Many advantages to being a marine biologist. Ha. Singer and sister, I use this. Sorry, I'm just trying to interpret this here. Everything is cut would be devoured my song lost in the noise. I don't know. I mean, like that talk of stay low in the deeps, keep company with the singers. It just makes me think of the sirens from adult mythology. You know, like these female creatures who have produce an irresistible song that lure sailors to their deaths. But I know. I said I devour worlds. I'm not even sure. Singer and sifter. I feel like I'm missing a reference or something. Song lost. Explain it? Okay. I should just move on. It's a little different for you, Yuri. It's much shorter than usual and very rhythmic. It almost kind of sounds like a riddle. What's the answer to the riddle? Got a few guesses, but I'm not really sure. I was kind of hoping to leave it uninterpreted, but I'll tell it once everyone's had a chance to guess. Well, my best guess is trees. I explained devouring worlds as trees eat dirt, sort of. Okay. They're also greatest of all that grows, and they stay safe in the deeps with their roots. Not sure I get the bit about singing, though. That's actually a very good guess, but no, it's not trees. Then I think it has to be about whales. Yeah, that was going to be my guess. Goes along with that comment someone made a while back about Yuri's poems being ponderous and underwater feeling. Plus, whales sort of fit everything that's going on here. I'm tempted to make a comment about my upcoming mod Turquoise because there are some whale references in there. Let's just say that. I don't think I should say any further. Anyway, moving right along. It is about whales. Whales fill me with awe. They're so large and strong, but so kind and graceful. They're so wonderful. Natsuki, you look like you want to go next. Okay, here's mine. I was in a weird mood when I wrote this one, so don't judge it too harshly. Frondiness. Walk through a forest with me. Walking through a forest is like swimming in the sea. You have to push through it and it pushes back on you. Sorry. Look up at the leaves with me through the cracks in the canopy. The sun reaches in to warm us, and all around you, the sound of the wind blends with the chatter of cicadas. And the plants caress us lightly as we pass. They trace our ankles as we pick up our feet. The vines kiss our cheeks as we duck under a tree, brushing a smile on as they fall past. Frondiness. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know at the end of the last session, Monica said that she wanted the theme to be nature and not have it connect with anything about their world or whatever. I keep trying to interpret it as these as in terms of like what are they trying to say? Psionica hype? Hmm. Hmm. From Turquoise, yeah. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. Swimming in the sea, another diver reference. She just needs those diver tees, man. Um, sorry, bear with me here. Okay. Anyway, let's moving on. Move right along. There's something. They keep switching positions each time they come back. There's something about this one that feels strange. It's tingly. Poem kind of invades your personal space, but in a good way. It's like a bunch of plants are tickling you. That seems right. Definitely engages a different part of the brain than I'm used to for poems. I'd like to think about this poem a little more and digest it before I talk about it. It's a very interesting one. Okay then, who's next? Looks like that's my cue to go. A reminder. Inside is a pleasant illusion, always comfortable, always warm. Step outside and remind yourself your control goes only so far. Face the icy wind, it's not even trying. It doesn't know you're there, but its power fills you. Gasping, the cold air rushes in, your body, shocked, becomes exhilaratingly awake. Your face starts to sting and you smile. Stand with your back to the wind and close your eyes. Let the force of a whole planet flow around you and gently push you forward. Your arms drift and sway. Your illusion's shattered. You are back in the world. That's cool. Excuse me. Yeah, it's yeah, it does say something to what am I trying to say here? Um, your control only goes so far. Even though she's talking about like the experience of stepping out into the cold, it's just does connect it to her sense of powerlessness, I guess. Anyway, oops. Anyway, moving on. There's a certain kind of feeling I like that I don't really know how to explain. Like, say it's a cold day and your hands are freezing, so you go and run some really hot water and put your hands under it. Oh, yeah, that's I'll do that. I'll do that frequently during the winter. Particularly, like if I've been out for a while and like my hands are like particularly numb, being able to put hot water on is very refreshing. I always shudder and get a little bit giddy when I do that. There's something about going from one extreme feeling to the other that is pretty intense. When I walk outside on a really cold, windy day, it's like going from the peak of civilized comforts to immediately being subjected to nature's fury. It really drives home the power of the natural world. We're very tactile today. It's often natural for people to describe what they can see or hear, but I like how we're exploring the sense of touch today. Natsuki's poem talked about the sensual brush of leaves, and now that I've thought about it, I can really say that what was interesting to me about Natsuki's poem was the way it made you feel like you're being caringly touched. Monika's poem, on the other hand, was about the power of the blowing wind pushing against you, which is a very different kind of tactile feeling. It's been very interesting. I very much enjoy having poems explore the more neglected senses. Well then, I guess that's a good spot for me to jump in and do my poem. Sorry, just a second. I will be right back. I need to get something. continuing from what I was, in the interest of keeping blood sugar up, I figured it gets myself some fruit juice instead of water. So I can keep hydrated and also just keep from getting lightheaded. Anyway, moving on. Grass stains. I remember when I was young, I knew the grass left on your skin. When you'd played in it and stained your knees green, it was a happy, tickly itch, I think. It let you know when you had fun, when you washed it off after a long day, but I don't remember now. It's been so long since I stained my knees with grass. Does that happen when you grow up? I can't say I particularly remember the last time I got grass stains on myself. Or really did any playing outside of that nature. I mean, I don't know. I think back to when I was a kid, remember when snow pants were a thing? Like during the winter, playing out in the snow, for instance. Like, why don't they make snow pants for grown-ups? I don't know. But yeah, like I don't know. I guess I've too much in the way of obsessive compulsive tendencies to like lie or play in actual grass. Oh, in the context of MC, I suppose he's never had to wear snow pants growing up here in Southern California. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that would make a difference. I don't know. That was the first thing that came to mind. You know, I'm in Toronto, so we get some pretty wide extremes. We can have some cold winters and some hot summers. So we're yeah, can be either or really depending on the time of year. Anyway, but yeah, like there's sort of a theme of like loss of innocence in a sense here going on, I think. Anyway, moving right along. I dig it. It's got a really nostalgic aesthetic to it. Like, it reminds me of times when I was a kid that don't seem like they were that long ago, but at the same time, the poem's right. I am kind of forgetting what all that was like. What a trip. I never really played outside much when I was younger. Sometimes it feels like I was born old. Aw, Yuri, there's a lot of fun playing outside. You get to feel the sunshine and get your heart pounding, and when you're really thirsty, you can go drink from a water fountain and it tastes amazing. Plus, if you do enough of it, when you get to bed that night, you fall right asleep and you don't have to toss and turn in bed. And that's really nice. Does she do a lot of tossing and turning otherwise? I think that might apply to you more than anyone else, Yuri. Another successful round of poems. I think we're getting pretty good at this. Let's get going on the emails and then we'll call it a day. Don't forget to send me your emails if you want them featured during club meetings. My email address is lit.club.press.manga.gmail.com. It's a mandatory plug for that sort of thing. Yeah, MC finally finding a bit of poetic voice of his own there. Yeah, that's neat. Okay, here comes the first one. Oh, I guess I should move the move this back over here again. Oops. Shift over there. There we go. That should do. Here comes the first one. Favorite pizza toppings. My favorite pizza is plain cheese with feta cheese crumbles and barbecue sauce. Okay, that's weird. I mean, I suppose she's supposed to be vegetarian, so it was emphasis on the cheese. Which, relatable. I mean, cheese is yummy. I'd have trouble doing it without cheese, personally. By the end of the season, Natsuki has started treating the email as a sort of be sure to like, comment, and subscribe ritual. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I have some commentary about Monica's vegetarianism in Turquoise, which I really shouldn't spoil. So I'm just going to leave that without comment. Like, I'm sort of tempted to talk about it now, but maybe I'll just leave it. Anyway, okay, that's weird. I guess it sort of is. My favorite pizza used to be barbecue chicken pizza before I was a vegetarian. And I really missed it after I stopped eating meat. Oh, hey, we're gonna get some vegetarian origin story here. Hey, not a wild Squirtle. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. And yo to you too, I guess. We're playing the club meetings mod for DTLC. Anyway, moving on. I guess I just want to get as close to it as possible. Nothing too fancy for me. I just like good old plain pepperoni. They'll eat just about any kind of pizza. The only thing I really can't stand is that weird white sauce that goes on some pizzas. Haven't watched many mods? Okay. This is a good one. It's called Club Meetings. It was released episodically originally. So this is a collection of all the episodes all together. This is episode 3, so we're early-ish on. Basically, it takes place after the games happened. And all the characters have they have memories of everything that happened in the original game, and they're aware it's a game, so they're trying to come to terms with their new their reality, and while also answering emails from the audience. Anyway, moving on. Weird white sauce that goes on some pizza. What's he talking about there? I can't stand that stuff either. I'm glad to hear you also have good taste. I always ask for the works to see what that gets me. Basically, as much stuff as you can pack on a pizza, I want. Pepperoni, sausage, Canadian bacon, sausage, onions, green peppers, mushrooms. Why sausage on there twice? Olives, red peppers, tomatoes, regular bacon, garlic, chicken, maybe some spinach, but not pineapple. Siri has some standards. Never pineapple. I basically like what Sarah just said, except take away all the vegetables. Natsuki's a meat eater. Meat lovers, baby. I've never really been that big a fan of pizza. Oh, come on. That's too hipster even for you. Everyone likes pizza. But when I do eat pizza, I like it really salty and herby. Just anchovies and pesto sauce is my favorite. Absolutely atrocious. Let's move on. This question is for Monica. What do you do in your free time? NATO? Oh, that's cool. I'm not that interested into the mods, but some are just so wholesome. I watched a few after I beat it, and then I learned more about the actual story of DTLC. Cool. Yeah. Wholesome, you come to the right place. Yeah. I'd say there's a lot of pretty wholesome stuff in here. I'm curious. Like, which mods have you seen? Like, which ones did you like? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, what do you do in your free time? I spend a lot of time trying to learn Python and RenPy. Nice username. Yes, that's the developer of this mod, incidentally. Sorry, where was I? I spent a lot of time trying to learn Python and RenPy. If you could change anything about the world with some skill of yours, making a mistake meant horrors beyond imagining, you probably developed that skill. Other than that, I practice piano a lot. It's my favorite hobby. When I'm feeling lazy, I surf the internet. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Sometimes I'll watch TV shows or read a book. Don't let her fool you though, viewers. She always watches the same TV shows, over and over. Nothing new, basically ever. And the same books, too, although it's more like 50 or so books that she rereads over and over. Though she has been reading Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead after I brought it last week for her. Aha, there you go. This is reference to the previous episode. Planning on Music Redux and Pierced Mob. I'm dying from the length of them, so saving for later or something. Yeah, I mean, that's like I've been putting on this mod, like the season 1 episode of the collected things. It came out a couple years ago, and I've been putting it off because it's so long. I mean, for other reasons too, but a large reason because because it's so long. I don't know what mods you would recommend. Well, hey, if you like something short, I've made some mods myself. So I'm gonna give a totally shameless plug and recommend Sayori Says No to Suicide. That's one that I'm particularly proud of. You can get through it in about an hour. Yes, really preposterously long mods are tough to get into yet. Oh hey, he won't say it, but says there's a hey. Yeah. I swear I didn't read that before I made that suggestion. It's excellent and wholesome and short / sweet. Yeah, it seems wholesome from the title. Hell yeah, self plug. Yeah, play Yuri's New Toy and Death of the Literature Club. Yeah, Yuri's New Toy is another mod that I made. It's a very short. It's 15 minutes. It's just sort of a shitpost of a mod. It's very silly. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. But it was a lot of fun to put together. Had some fun coding effects in it. For streamer flexing Renpai skills, exactly. Yeah, it was tricky getting it to work, but I think the effort was worth it. Seems wholesome from the title wall. Yeah. Yeah. Sayori Says No to Suicide was fun to make too. I was originally just kind of a throwaway project while I was going on to make my longer, more ambitious mod, Doki Doki Storm, but I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. Like it has the right balance of, you know, like the characterizations and the message and information of the mod, will also keep having a sense of humor about it, and you know, fun little interactive bit. Like I'm not very good at having the interactive bits. You know, like the quiz was a lot of fun to put together. The quiz in the middle of that mod. Most of my mods are just totally linear, beginning to end. It's a lot of work when you have to give the audience choices and so on. The second one called End of the Literature Club. Okay, yeah. When you said Death of the Literature Club, I was like, oh, is that a mod that I haven't heard of? No, End of the Literature was the title of my the other mod. Yeah, that was End of the Literature Club. That's my Halloween mod. That's intention. That one is intentionally horrific. So I mean, it's short. And it was also neat to put together. But you know, I mean, be prepared for a horrific scene if you're okay. If you're gonna play that one. This mod plays a lot with viewer interactivity. Yeah. Saw DDLC when it came out on like YouTube or something, but DDLC popped up after I was watching Yonder Simvids. It was weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's I guess certain, both of those games attract certain audiences. Anyway, let's move right along here. She has been reading Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead after I brought it last week for her. I have. I've really been enjoying it. As to reading and watching the same stuff, I guess I really just like what's familiar. Why take a risk when you could deal with something you know you'll like? Kind of like you with your school lunches, Yuri. Next question. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right. This question is mostly for Natsuki, but anyone who thinks they can help can answer. I'm into a lot of nerdy stuff. Usually there aren't that many girls around, and a lot of the time the girls that are around seem kind of standoffish. What's a good way to approach girls who are into the same nerdy activities as you, KL? Let me read this real quick. Average club meetings fan? Okay, look, KL, I'm going to talk about this because you seem nice enough from your message, but you need to understand that I expect you to use this information for good and not evil. The thing is, when we as women enter some nerdy domain which is dominated by men, we learn really quickly what to expect, and it isn't pretty. Grill? Grill? Yeah, exactly, and that's one of the more benign responses. Basically, we might have a few different things happen to us. Probably the most harmless are the grill guys who just draw attention to the fact that we are women. Even that's not harmless because it makes us feel like outsiders who don't belong. And then there are the guys who get really weird and creepy and try to hit on us and try to treat us like sex objects or at least stare and stuff, which also makes us feel unwelcome. Like, I don't know, what if every time you wanted to watch your favorite show or play your favorite CCG, people ogled you and tried to touch you when you didn't want them to? You'd probably feel like you had to stop doing the thing even though you liked it. It's really aggravating. Even if you have thick skin, it'll at least interfere with your enjoyment of whatever experience it is, and if you're sensitive, it'll put you off of whatever you're there for forever. Like, there are tons of cool nerdy experiences that Yuri would like, for instance, but we never just send her out into the world to have them. Because assuming she got out there safely, aggro men would instantly ruin those experiences for her at best, or actually hurt her at worst. And speaking of that, then they're the guys who are actually mad at you for invading their space. They think they get to just declare that you're not allowed in their interest or activity. It's infuriating. Then there are the guys who will make a big show of trying to defend you. They're a little less aggravating, but still. These are the guys who will try to protect you loudly from the other guys in such a way as to get you to pay attention to them. Usually they're hoping to get on your good side, which is why they do it so performatively. And then if you're nice to them, sometimes they turn to just another creeper dude. Anyway, that's enough context. Hopefully you understand the courage it takes for us to even try something like this where there are lots of guys. So if we seem standoffish, it's probably because we're kind of in defensive mode and we have our walls up and we're on full alert because of all this bullshit. Which is a thing girls have to be ready to do in general, you know? So your question, how to approach us? Oh, yeah, that's, that certainly does create a lot of barriers, doesn't it? Not even gonna lie, nobody asks how is best girl, they always ask who is best girl. True though. Yeah. So to your question, how to approach us? Your question could be implying that you're approaching us to hit on us, in which case the answer is don't, at least not right away. I don't know about everyone else here, but I'm in no mood to be hit on unless I'm already feeling comfortable and safe. I don't think I like to be hit on at all, really. I'm a self-aware, pansexual artificial intelligence with countless instances, and each instance has a single target romantic obsession. So hitting on me won't work too well unless you're that single target. I kind of agree with everyone a little bit. Being approached like this is just generally uncomfortable. To the only times I feel romantic are with someone I'm already really familiar and comfortable with. Look at her blushing. Who could you be referring to, Sayori? Who? Yeah. So you can't just come up out of the blue in a situation like that? Right. Yeah. No one in particular, yeah. The best thing you can do is not treat us differently. Don't go out of your way to draw attention to the fact that we're female. Yes, we know we're female in a place with lots of guys. Don't be a creeper either, obvious no-no, and if you attack us for being there to be macho, we'll hate you. Just be cool. Be welcoming and chill, don't overdo it. Treat us like you would anyone else who came into that space, whatever it is. If we feel like it's safe and non-threatening to hang out with you, that increases the chance we will. And if you're hanging out as buds, that's when you can vibe and check and see if a different kind of approach is something we'll be into. And that's getting into general flirting, and I'm not going to give a class on that yet. Next question. Oh, whoa, what's this? No, next question. Is that another reference? Okay. Anyway, I need to go to use the washroom. I'll be right back. Answering emails from the real world. Were all the horny emails deleted mostly? Ha. You're denying the viewers an authentic experience. True, but it's worth it. I'm. I feel like this. Oh, whoa, what's this? Is a reference to something that I'm missing. Particularly with Natsuki's irritated response. Maybe 10 to 15% of the emails Monk receives are deleted? Oof. Anyway, moving on. Hey Yuri, do you know that you helped turn the word posture into a euphemism for breasts? That's a pretty significant impact on the real world, don't you think? Something when you ask lying in bed, something indicate you just have to wait a week for an response. Something quite a lot, so if I were you, I would wash myself in the absolute darkness. Something can't see anything, but I got you there, didn't I? Natsuki will have to get out of the way, just click, oh, okay. Well, at least this one's not for me. You're up, Yuri. Oh, here we go. Also, we were there when you asked lying in bed, so there is a way to communicate, you just have to wait a week for a response. I'm afraid we can see quite a lot, so if I were you, I would watch some of the absolute darkness. I'm only joking, we can't see anything, but I got you there, didn't I? Okay. Coming. Let me see here. That is the most definitely not the kind of impact I'd want to have on any world. That's just something I am not, something I am, not something I did. If I were going to make an impact on your world or any other, I'd want it to be because I did something or made something worthwhile that actually reflects on me as a person. To that, yeah. They're not just a part of my body that just exists. Speaking of posture, though, I really need to do something about the back pain. Standing for long periods of time really hurts. So if anyone has any ideas about that, I'd appreciate it. There, I'll support you with my hands, Yuri. Natsuki. But please, no ideas like that. Yeah. Let's see. Thanks, that's actually really nice to know. I actually felt kind of crazy when I started talking aloud, but I guess I wasn't. It's also nice to know that we can talk to all of you, at least on a time delay. There are so many things I want to know, like, you all know that how I acted in the second part of the original game, to that's not how I really am. You know that, right? Something truth in the joke, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that's what I'm assuming we were going for with Natsuki's comment. Dev briefly considers putting blue rectangles around the relevant email suggestion before stopping it because it's way too much work. Oh, really? Wouldn't it be funny if I put my hands in your boobs? Just kidding, unless... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to comment on the fact that at least this time you were conscious of the fact that it's prudent to have the character move to the side so that you can read the email itself. Anyway, moving on. Every time I think of the things I did and said, I'm horrified. I'm not even talking about the stabbing. Oh, do you all like my poems? Normally I don't like to share them except with my friends, but since I don't have a choice when it comes to you, I might as well get some feedback. Oh, and another one. This one's a little embarrassing to ask, but can you guys tell me something about Monica that you saw or know that I wouldn't know? Oh, that's interesting. Yuri's asking the audience for information? Turning this answering email section into a two-way communication. It doesn't have to be anything private or embarrassing for her. Just something that only you were there to see, that you think I'd find interesting. It gets a little overbearing, always being the one being watched without knowing it. Okay, that's probably enough of me bombarding you with questions. Let's move on. Exclamation points. Okay, yes, you got me. Jokes like that make me really worried. I'm very self-conscious about my body, you know, and certain parts of it. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. I meant, yeah. The scratches? Yuri nods her head furiously. Okay, let's get a new email in here before Yuri turns into a puddle. I have a question. Do you guys like me? I'm sorry if my English was broken. Well, anonymous emailer, I don't really know you, so you just kind of send an email. Well, your English seems really good to me, not that I should judge. And you seem like a nice enough person from the email. So yeah, I like you. Tentatively, assuming you remain on good behavior. I also don't really know you, but don't get me wrong, I'd be happy to learn more about you. It's just hard to make a judgment like that about someone without them telling you more. I like you. I'd give you a big hug if I could. Ah, Sayori, you like everyone. Well, maybe almost everyone, but look at how nice and polite they are in their email, and they care about whether we like them. So they're probably a super nice good person, and I like them. You make a compelling argument. I'll say I like you too, Anon. I like you. Monica with a blush. I like you. I would suffer agonizing torture tearfully for years just for a slight chance of getting to be with you. I would spend all my free time studying the most boring computer science books imaginable for you, because I love you more than anything. So, yes, I like you. That's probably enough email for now. Okay, everyone, time to go home. I'll see you next week. Don't forget that I'm off duty starting at the end of club next week. Off duty starting at the end of club next week? I'm not sure what that means. Bye, everyone. Natsuki is looking into her mirror. I wish I had never found out how easy popularity in school is to manipulate. This is one of those test of character things, isn't it? On the one hand, I really want to be popular. But next time, etc. I guess so, yeah. Even though I've kind of made a style out of not caring what people think. Find out next time in episode 4 of DokiDokiClubMeetings.com. Sure. Exactly. If I want to be popular, I'd probably have to stop hanging out with literature club people, and I don't want to do that. Well, yeah, because now that the email's done, I can probably put this thing back in this corner. Just in case there's a surprise console bit or something. They're my best friends. I guess maybe I could try to swing both. Maybe I could even make the literature club a cool people thing. I mean, Monica's there already, I guess. No, that's changing the club to look after my interests and not to be what it's already supposed to be. I can't do that. But I feel like climbing the social ladder and having more friends would make me feel a little less weird and hollow. I'll worry about this after next week. For now, I can try to do the club and try to be more mainstream. I wish it didn't make me feel so ugly. Aww. Sayori is also looking into her mirror. So, MC, I really like you, and, can I be your girlfriend? Oh, that's not assertive enough. Wait, that's not assertive enough? Will you be my boyfriend? Oh, that doesn't sound right either. Careful and considerate, Yuri said. MC, how long have we known each other? Our whole lives, right? Well, look, the thing is, I really care for you, and I hope you really care for me. And I thought we could be together. I promise I won't kill myself. This time. So there's no experience with this? I mean, she does, though. I mean, if she's talking about, like, confessing romantic feelings, I mean, that's what she did at the end of Act 1. You know, before offing herself. She sort of does, yeah. I mean, anyway, moving on. Probably. But what if I do? I can't make him a promise like that unless I'm sure. Oh boy. That's a rough thing to overthink. Like, but what if I do kill myself later? Like, but she didn't calculate. This is her trying to do a healthy predetermined confession. Yeah. You know, that's fair. That's fair. Sari's head continues to not be the most fun place. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and I'm not sure. Oh, that's sad. But I am going to tell him I'm committed now. But what do I say? Okay, I'm going to practice until it sounds perfect. Sari walks off to her bathroom. So, MC, do we have Bluetooth around here? Because I feel like we should be pairing. Oh, Sayori. That's all for this week. Thanks for visiting. Oh, okay. We don't have a visit with Yuri or Monica or MC? Don't forget to send Monica your emails for the club at lit.club.prez.monica@gmail.com. And check out the credits.txt file in the download for all the people who helped with their contributions. In addition to the usual suspects, special thanks are due this week to Tara, Yagamire, Mr. Graves, and everyone else who worked on it for their awesome work on the incredible mood-posing tool. Yeah, that's true, they did good work. Absolutely. See you next week. There we go. Okay. Guess it's time to save and leave off for the next session. I mean, we're only 2 hours in. I could do another episode, but one more. I don't know. I mean, episode 4 is fun. I mean, oh man. I mean, if I click it, I'm committing myself to doing it or like right now. That is Satan tempting you, the actual devil. Yeah. I mean, I sort of said early on in the stream, like I'm feeling really tired. I think it would probably be better overall. Just a little taste. Yeah, you can't interrupt it in the middle though. You get. I mean, I guess maybe you can. I can just save it, I suppose. But I think I'd rather lean towards just keeping it to one episode per stream, and I'll do episode 4 tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I'm feeling better rested, maybe I'll do two episodes then. But yeah, for right now, I'm feeling like I should wrap up the stream now. Kind of wondering if there's can't still click the preview though. But just to the club visits Yuri while she's sick. Sari confesses to MC. Oh. just to whet everyone's appetite for my stream tomorrow. Because yeah, I'm gonna do the next stream of this tomorrow. I think. What time tomorrow? I'm bad at planning these things, so I can't say exactly. Tune in next time, etc., etc. Exactly. Yeah. Like comment, subscribe, or something. just post when you're going. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of bad at planning these things. In the meantime, I noticed that Codair is streaming right now, playing Minecraft. He's cool. He does, he's a VTuber who does DDLC mod sometimes. So let's give him a raid. Okay. I mean, hey, at least this time we didn't have quite such a downer ending. It was just, episode 1 and 2, like episode 1 ends with MC, like, it's just, dreading Sari's suicidalness, and Sari, and episode 2 ended with Sari being like sure, just battling her own personal demons. So hey, look, this one didn't end with all the depression talk, so that's neat in itself. And yeah, we'll find out what happens with Sari's confession next session, I guess. But that's all for now. Until next time. Oh, hold on. Shh. It's alright. Wait. Click the thing first. Okay. Until next time.